Welcome to Understand All. I'm your host, Aslakir Gerleaf. Today, we're embarking on a thrilling journey into the world of Benkei, the legendary warrior monk of Japan. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into this captivating tale together. Picture this. It's the late 12th century in Japan. The samurai class is on the rise, and warrior monks, known as Sohei, are making their mark. And among them, one figure stands tall above the rest, literally and figuratively. His name is Benkei. Born into a world of conflict and spirituality, Benkei's path was anything but ordinary. Legend has it that he was a child of superhuman strength, able to wield a sword before he could even walk. But it was his training as a Buddhist monk that would shape his destiny. As Benkei grew into a man, he became a master of the naginata, a fearsome pole weapon that struck terror into the hearts of his foes. But Benkei was no mere brute. He was a strategic thinker, a loyal retainer, and a man of unwavering dedication. One fateful day at Gojo Bridge in Kyoto, Benkei's life would change forever. He had taken to challenging passing swordsmen, collecting their weapons as trophies. But when he faced off against a young warrior named Minamoto no Yoshitsune, Benkei met his match. Imagine the scene. Two warriors locked in combat, their blades flashing in the sunlight. Benkei, a giant of a man, towering over his opponent. Yoshitsune, quick and nimble, evading Benkei's powerful strikes. In the end, it was Yoshitsune who emerged victorious, but rather than take Benkei's life, he spared it. This act of mercy would forge an unbreakable bond between the two men. Benkei became Yoshitsune's most loyal retainer, standing by his side through countless battles and campaigns. Together, they would become legends. But even legends are not immortal. In the end, it was at the Battle of Koromagawa no Tate that Benkei would make his final stand. As Yoshitsune's enemies closed in, Benkei fought with the strength of 100 men, holding them off to protect his master. And here's where the story takes a turn for the extraordinary. According to legend, even after being riddled with arrows and swords, Benkei refused to fall. He remained standing, his fierce loyalty keeping him upright even in death. This standing death of Benkei would become a symbol of the ultimate warrior's spirit. But how much of Benkei's story is fact and how much is fiction? Like many legendary figures, the truth of Benkei's life has been embellished over the centuries. Historical records paint a more modest picture of the man, but one thing remains clear. Benkei's impact on Japanese culture is undeniable. From kabuki theater to woodblock prints, Benkei's image has been celebrated and mythologized. He's become an embodiment of the virtues of loyalty, strength, and honor, values that continue to resonate in Japan to this day. But Benkei's influence extends far beyond the borders of his homeland. His story has captured the imaginations of people around the world, inspiring countless works of art, literature, and even modern pop culture. In a sense, Benkei has become a global icon of the warrior spirit. So what can we learn from the life and legend of Benkei? Perhaps it's the power of dedication, the importance of loyalty, or the strength that comes from balancing physical prowess with mental discipline. Or maybe it's simply the enduring appeal of a great story, a tale of adventure, friendship, and the unbreakable bonds that define us. As we come to the end of our journey with Benkei, I invite you to reflect on his legacy. How can we embody the virtues that he represents in our own lives? How can we find the courage to stand tall in the face of adversity, to be loyal to our principles, and to leave a mark on the world that endures long after we're gone? These are the questions that Benkei's story invites us to ponder. And as we do, we keep his spirit alive, carrying it with us as we navigate the challenges and triumphs of our own lives. And that brings us to the end of today's episode of Understand All. I hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Benkei, the legendary warrior monk. Join me next time as we continue to explore the fascinating figures and events that have shaped our world. Until then, stay curious, my friends,